Yeah. Let's go. Come here. Yeah. So far we passed a bounce house, some Connect 4, an inflatable slide, some fun stuff for the kids at a reasonable price. It's a couple bucks to go and do something like that. $5 for putt-putt golf behind me. So far, things are looking good. Cornhole over here for the teenagers. Hey, we're on the right path. In the world. This would be a honey bun burger. Run you about 13 bucks. I'm sure it's gonna be awesome though. Worth it. Tell them. What do you think? Is that what you think? That's what you think about this place? Right, guys, sitting out here watching the game. Fun fact for you. The Sounds mascot is Booster the Rooster. Or Booster the Hot Chicken. Kinda ugly, in my opinion. Funky chicken. But Nashville Hot Chicken makes sense. We've made it to... Let's see, we're going in at the bottom of the fourth. No score, kind of a boring game, but not taken away from the family atmosphere here. So with 4 runs in the 4th inning, guess who gets free Frosties tomorrow? These two guys. Free Frosties!
By the right fielder, number 25.
Alright guys, just a little backseat review. Ended up leaving in the 6th. Kids getting super tired, super cranky. It's kind of one of those things when you take a young one to a sporting event. But we got Bubba. He has his pin for his first Sounds game, and he's super happy about it. And he probably is not going to let me take it away. But we are about to head home. All right, guys. So we've made it back from the fun-filled Nashville Sounds game. We've had about 24 hours to consider everything that we saw last night that made it so family-friendly at First Tennessee Park. with the Nashville Sounds. I think what it comes down to is realizing that Nashville's not necessarily a baseball town. They've got an NFL team in the Tennessee Titans and an NHL team in the Predators that are very successful. Baseball is kind of the third thing in Nashville. But if you're looking to get away from the hustle and bustle of Broadway Street, if you're in town visiting, or if you just need a place to relax for a little while with the kids, it's a great place to do it. The 5 categories include cleanliness, food, convenience, atmosphere, and value. And you'll get a feel for what all of those are and what they include as I kind of go through these categories. But we rated them on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the fact that they exceeded expectations and not just met expectations. They went above and beyond. The first thing is cleanliness. All around, First Tennessee Park was probably one of the cleanest ballparks, venues, arenas, stadiums that I've ever been to. And again, as I referenced earlier in the video, I've been to a lot of ballparks. And all around, walking around the concourse, most of the bathrooms, but just everywhere, seating-wise, it was a clean ballpark. Did run into one instance in the family bathroom right after the gates opened that there ended up being a toilet paper holder that had been detached from the wall. It was on a changing table. And when you're trying to change a baby that's not too happy about being dirty in the first place, it's not a fun thing to have to move a toilet paper display to be able to put your kid down on the changing table. So that kind of irked me a little bit, but we still gave them a score of 8.5 on cleanliness. The second one, food. Great variety of food. Nashville hot chicken, nachos, I've heard were to die for. They have something called tachos, which are tater tot nachos. But the one thing that I heard about before I went was this honey bun burger. And I gave it a shot. You guys saw that in the video. It was $13. And it might have been worth the 13, but instant food coma. Something about the sweetness with the savory. It was cooked hot, fresh, ready to go for me, and it didn't take very long to get. Not a long line for the food, at least at that little spot there. Went over to another spot to grab some waffle fries that the baby could eat, and they ended up being lukewarm and a little too seasoned with something that was a little too spicy for the kid. So just realize that if you go and want waffle fries, just realize they come with some seasoning it's got a little kick to it. We gave them an 8.5 on food as well, just because of the lukewarm and not really realizing what I was ordering with the waffle fries and having so much seasoning on them. It would have been nice just to have some fries with some ketchup at a normal ballpark. Didn't expect it, but again, 8.5, not too bad. Fresh burger, you can't ask for too much more. Where I was really impressed with First Tennessee Park was the pure convenience of everything, from parking to getting my ticket to being able to get in line right away and get my food. You guys probably noticed in the video, there was nobody in line in the concessions, and the lines weren't very long. Given it was a Monday night, you guys are going to go on whatever night is convenient for your family, and Mondays are convenient for us. But free parking, guys, after 5:30 at these government buildings that are around the stadium, they allow you to park for free. Now, you could go park, pay $10, but I'm telling you, the free parking is only a couple blocks from the stadium. You're not walking 3/4 of a mile to a mile for free parking. It's right there. No reason to pay for parking whatsoever. Gates don't open till 6 on a 7 o'clock start during the week. And park at 5:30. Walk, get your tickets if you haven't. Stand in line for a minute. We ended up giving them a 10 out of 10 on convenience. Absolutely impressed by it all. When it came to atmosphere, another high score. They ended up
impressing us quite a bit. When it came to the seats, not a bad seat in the house. I felt like I was entertained at all times of the game, whether it was with the game itself or with things in between innings. Very inclusive of everybody, from the younger kids to the adults. It didn't matter. From things to do on your phone to vote for things to mascot races, which was country stars, of course, here in Nashville, from Johnny Cash to Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton had hairy legs. I don't know about that. Maybe it's true. Maybe it's not. But the ushers, and you guys will notice this if you go onto our blog. I would have loved to have seen more fans at the ballpark, given it's a Monday. It's not a weekend game. You don't have the crowds that are necessarily dealing with downtown Nashville. It's more families and more family-oriented on Mondays. But would have loved to have seen more fans at the ballpark. It just wasn't quite the exciting baseball atmosphere on the field, everybody cheering at exciting moments that I would have loved to have seen, but that's me being a little nitpicky. They still got a 9 out of 10. When it came to value was one of those things that I kind of went back and forth on. We've talked about the free parking, the ticket deals. It was family night. For a family 4-pack, you get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 drinks. It's a great value in that sense, too. Felt like the food was a little overpriced. Souvenir soda at $5.50, I ain't got a problem with that. I really don't. Hot dog for $5, you could probably save that down a little bit. $13 for a honey bun burger. Yeah, I get it. It's different. And of course, people are going to pay to try something like that if they've never had it before. I got suckered into it. Tasted good, but you'd probably sell a whole lot more if it was a cheaper price point. I feel like the lawn seats could have been cheaper where we sat. Knock them down by a couple bucks from $10, $8 would have been awesome. I guess when you sit on the grass for a few hours, you're kind of sore the next morning if you don't have any cushion on your rear end where you sit wrong. Kind of glad we're doing this review today and not yesterday, because you don't feel those pains until the next morning. But when it came down to it, the value was meh. We gave it a 7.5 out of 10, just purely based on cost and some overpriced things. Overall, we're giving First Tennessee Park a 43.5 out of 50.